It seems everyone is talking about Guildford at the moment, thanks to the newly completed refurbishment of the historic Guildford Hotel. And as Katie found out in the show a few weeks ago, it really is quite spectacular. But while the hotel may be the most talked about building in town at the moment, it'd be hard-pressed taking the title of most historical, because this is a town where heritage reigns supreme, and the champions of said heritage are unassuming locals, like the lady I'm about to meet for a little stroll down memory lane. Celia is a volunteer guide with the local historical society. 5 days a week, she and fellow volunteers run guided tours of Guildford, which is the most intact town of first settlement in WA, and heritage listed on the National Trust Register. So Celia, why is this little town such a mecca for heritage buffs?
Well, look around, it's a site of history. We've got buildings that were built from 1838, people settled in 1830, and they've still got the essence in the town. It's all around the town, you can walk around and see it all.
Tell us about some of those items that are on display. Do you have a favourite?
My favourite is a costume which is in the 3 rooms in the Visitors Centre. It's an emerald green dress that was worn by Grace Bustle of Bustle family, Bustleton. And she's such an iconic figure. To have one of our dresses on display is really exciting.
The walking tour she's taking me on today only costs $5. The pace is set by you, and you can choose to linger wherever you like.
We've also got 4 walk trails, which you can do by yourself, and you pick the brochure up from the Visitor Centre. And also an Anzac tour. It's a poppy trail. You can download it and walk around the town and see the houses and hear the stories of Anzacs that left for war from Guildford.
It's always more interesting to experience a place through the eyes of a local, and Celia has a lot to show us. Elegant 19th century homes, neat little workers' cottages, commercial buildings and convict-built houses. And then there are the public buildings. The churches are my favourites, and perhaps the most beautiful is the stunning chapel at Guildford Grammar. To try and save the local men from the pubs, the Mechanics' Institute was built. Papers from England could be collected here, meetings and lectures were held. It even housed a private library to broaden men's minds. How big a problem was alcohol here?
Well, unfortunately, it was a very big problem. Part of the wages was paid in alcohol.
Oh.
So we quickly had to build a jail. There was only 2 cells to start with, and it was to stem the problem.
Did they do much else besides drink in Guildford in the early years?
Yes.
Yeah?
We can show you the oldest bowling club still standing, which is in here in Guildford.
Sounds exciting. Let's go.
Okay.
It's not much to look at, but this is in fact the oldest bowling club in WA still on its original site. I've been walking around Guildford for 45 minutes now, and I feel like I've only just scratched the surface. You know what you could do? You could come up here every weekend for, say, a month, do one of the different walking tours, and then you could visit one of the historical pubs, the hotels, the cafes, have a picnic on the river. Beautiful. Bit of a win-win, really. In the meantime, I need to finish this tour, which means I need to find Celia, and this is possibly the best $5 I've spent in a while.